Yep. And now we're just sort of letting things load in. All right, you should be able to look for me today. It should say today's date, and it should say something about friendly relations on there. So I'm just terribly excited. Oh, I am excited that people are excited about Fallout 4. It pleases me that they're having a good time with it. I might. That might make all the difference. I just remember it's just being able. I wonder how they're going to do when they hit Baltimore. That's all. That's all. In theory, what they've done is fixed all that. In theory. In practice, who knows? All right. Okay, I'm going to have something to drink because it says I'm thirsty. I've had a lot of fun playing this game. And what's funny, if you look at where I'm at, I have all of these quests I have not finished. I have not finished these quests at all, and they're worth points. They're worth finishing. I just haven't done them because they take a lot of time, you know. And then there's a side quest. Whoops, yeah, there's a side quest. I have been, and I've gone to events, and I've done some of the dailies quests that I've found, and the dailies have kind of given me all those little extras, you know. And I have done some quests, just not all of them, you know. Just yeah. All right, so here is what I'm so happy about. Look at that. Look at my farm that I've got going. It does, doesn't it? Now that it has this. And before I had a razor grain and a couple of corn, and now I have the full-fledged deal. I got some blackberries and tomatoes and corn and watermelon and gourds and carrots and the whole beans. Now the thing I've learned with this though is the way they've got this set up. Like you'll notice that I was able to space out the carrots or the corn and the tomatoes, right? And I could insert the carrots sort of onto the side over here by the gourds. But watermelons kind of like being on their own. I was able to put 2 carrots here. I might be able to put 2 carrots here, but it has a set amount that you can put into the garden. And then the other thing is that each of these things count as an item against your budget, your build budget. So if you want a large farm, um, everything counts. And you have to give up some other things. Now, one of the things I'm relying on here is I have these high top protector things up here. And then what I did is I moved this one over here. It's still working really well. And then I got rid of the one that was over here because nothing ever attacks from this angle over here. And I've got the high tops up there guarding this angle anyway. So my take is that this place is pretty well protected, so it doesn't need extra stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at on this. Let's see, well, I had to. Well, that's easy. That's just got the stairs up there. Yeah, there's stairs in the tower. Yeah. So if I come up here and I take the stairs, remember where I put the couch. And then here it is. We've got the. yeah, I've got all sorts of little things going on. There's a reason my budget is as high as it is, because I've actually got so much stuff. I've got like these decorative flowers up here, you know. There's no reason for them to be up there except that I like them, you know. Including the pumpkin. What amazes me is you can see the pumpkin as a light at night. So I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, you can. So, you know, this is just it's turned out to be a nice little tower design thing, you know. I also think my electrical situation is also contributing. I probably used way too many connectors for what it actually needed, you know. But, you know, it's working and I'm not complaining, and it helped me learn about connection in the first place, so yeah. It really is complex, so. It's really complex, all those lines there. I'm just laughing. I cannot claim talent for it.
Nice space. Never was much of a builder myself.
Grab some water so we can sell it. I did. It makes sense to have it up here, and the dog seems to like it, so. Well, it seemed like it, yeah, so. And I can move things around. Let me give him a little more room. Please hold. Actually, I can get rid of that fire barrel. That's like the least necessary thing I have here. There we go. And now, El Puppy has room.
Hey.
Yeah, that's much better. And it's better for him too because it's a more solid surface. I was worried about him just over this little overhang here, you know. Yeah, this turned out so nice. So anyway, the way I got this, let's take a little trip, shall we? We're gonna go to Foundation so I can show where things are. In case other people watch this and they're like, well, I want one of those. I'm gonna go to Foundation Exterior. Well, yeah, I've been doing lots of little quests for the settlers. By working for Wait, it has opened up more things that are on sale now than what I had access to before. I had like the first part was like, see, we have stuff, and now there's like, oh, look at all the stuff you can have because you are friendly with us, and we think you're awesome. And I'm like, I love this. And apparently you can do the same with the Raiders, but it's growing slower with the Raiders because I'll be honest, I'm not really a Raider at heart. Yeah, well, they might. I don't know, but I mean, they might have something that I want, but I haven't found anything that I wanted as immediately as I wanted those flower garden things. So. All right, so this is the guy Samuel up here. After I finished doing the virus quest, he showed up. And it says trade gold bullion. You get the gold bullion when you trade your treasury notes over here at the gold press. Okay, and so I have 3,216 gold bullions. I have to admit, I bought a couple things. Now, I should have more than this. Maybe some of it got sold. I don't know. But I did get my farmable dirt tiles, and I got a gauntlet and gauntlet shock pads. There were other things here besides the silver collectron, so I wonder if other people have been buying things. I don't know. I also got the grocer's backpack mod with gives minus 90 food and drink weight, and I must put that in my backpack.
I can really go for a whole.
You know, so.
Hey, Ward.
Just you've seen how much I carry
Gotta talk
on the food.
Alright, I'll put some on when I'm done. Giving me the creeps.
So there's that. So and as I get friendlier with them, bubblegum helps you to temporarily not be hungry and thirsty. Like I have perfect bubblegum, and that helps me to not be hungry and thirsty for a whole hour. And huh? Yeah, but you can earn bubblegum through let's see, how can you earn bubblegum? Oh, by winning cards, by leveling up. So that kind of automatically happens, I guess, until you start hitting those higher levels. And then once you hit the higher levels, yeah, that bubblegum is probably worth getting. So that is a good point.
I can't believe I lost.
Let me take a look at what kind. Huh? Yeah, but see that perfect bubblegum? Yeah, that's going to be worth buying when I'm not making points real quick. So that's nice to know. Yes.
Check into the menu.
So glad to be away from the pit.
Actually, I'm going to take a pause here at the red box here. I don't know if they've already looked at the red box.
Sniper rifle, right?
They look like a new person to me. Some people are coming out of the cave, not at level 1, but at level 20. On the one hand, it allows them to pick up higher things, you know what I mean? On the other hand, they're coming out with all this power, but not necessarily the know-how, so. I am putting stuff in a red box because I don't know how new they are. They might be a previous player, but they might also be someone who they're just starting out. So I'm just dropping some good stuff down here for them. Alright, there we go. Ooh, let's see if we can. I don't know if I can. I certainly can try.
No.
Oh, look at them claiming it. They're grabbing it.
I have ruined it.
See if I got gum to give them. That's a whole other...
No. It is on sale.
Well, sometimes the little put it in, and sometimes they won't. Let's see, perfect gum. Let's see if we can. I could definitely do purified water. No, it won't let me do the gum. There we go. Now they can choose which one they want,
Need a can opener?
Alright, so that was something that was very, very exciting to me this morning. All of this, getting those flat garden panels. I just got that this morning. And so I was super excited about that. Oh, they're having a radiation rumble. There's only one person there. We'll give it a little moment here. What we might do is get a little closer. I have nothing. All I have is food and water. Yeah. And medicine. So I sell the guns and the bullets and everything. Yeah, I have a lot. I'm still looking for the signs and letters, but I'm gonna let myself buy other things because I've made it that high. You can't you are only allowed 40,000 caps, and because I have things that I'm selling. If they buy things, then it does not come to me unless I have room for that money to come. So I have to spend some of it, enough of it. That I know that was my picture, yeah, that I took of the tower. It is. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, that was a nice build.
Helping people is our chief mission.
And it's friendly. I think what I like about it, especially at night, is just like these lights here that look so bright and inviting. That looks pretty bright and inviting there too. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I've gone up a couple of ranks, mostly through accident. I found myself involved in more fights than I expected to be involved in.
Robot butlers. Is this a refuge or a palace?
Well, I'm getting my health up, and I'm getting ready to see if the radiation rumble has more than one person at it. It has 2 people at it.
White Spring remains secure.
These robots sure make my job easier.
We got a leader. Someone claiming to be a leader here. Mr. Trolltastic, invite to team. No, they're not. That is not the leader. So, oh, there they are. Silent Scorcher 6. Let's see. And apparently their team is full. So, I think they're just waiting on people also. Emmett Mountain hazmat suit. And a radioactive barrel. Those are the plans that you can get. Potential rewards. Treasury notes and legendary cores. And of course all the things you can win as you're fighting the ghouls. So it's money. You know, basically money. Let's see. How else shall I prepare? I should definitely take a Radix. I'll make sure, yeah, the weapons are healthy. Yeah, you gotta do that. So,
I could really use
here, go and check out our...
Wants us sober.
My armor is good, it'll be fine, but it's the weapons that need to be checked. Oh, we're doing pretty good. Alright, we're good on the weapons. I have plenty of cores. So I made those a little earlier today. I was down to 3, and they're not the full up 3. So yeah, I now have 16, so we're good to go. Yep, we're gonna have a Rabbitoad omelet for endurance.
White Spring remains secure.
You know, yeah, we're gonna choose some of that perfect bubble gum. Let me drink a Nuka-Cola. Just to make sure we have the AP. There you go, and let's choose the bubble gum. There we go. Alright, we are in good shape now. Right. That is right. We're gonna go to Radiation Rumble. There's 3 people. That seems like... I don't know if we'll get a lot of prizes with 3 people, but if we get more than 3 who come, we'll definitely be alright. What? Ooh, you already have a weapon. I guess I'll go ahead and grab it. Oh, let's see. I forgot to do this. Carry weight. Make sure I'm carrying everything. There we go. Repair all that since I can. Alright, now I'm wearing a suit and I am going to head on down. Deal with these guys first. I'm not trying to claim it all, but what I want to do is get down there. Leave him alone. get some of this going here. I took my rat away. Repair this. Done. On the other side. That's where the positive. Repair this. Another. That away, and then that. So I'm gonna let that all take care of. There. Or this. Have a nice prize when we win. I'm getting a little bit irradiated even with all that stuff that I did, you know? So that's also something to keep in mind. You want to make sure when you're coming into this that you got stuff you need to fix you. Right away. Right X. Right away. Oops, wrong one. Oh. Right away is what you want to do to get rid of the radiation. Oh, we got Snallygaster coming at us. Oh, super. There are. Because there's not a whole lot of us right now. Holy cow. That's the Snallygaster. And these are the, you know, of course, the ghouls, the irradiated ghouls. Scavenger has died. We are not doing too well. We can't let our scavengers die. Thank goodness we have friendly fire turned off. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna have a lot of stuff anyway because you know we got all these things to pick up. Right now, I'm missing our big players. We have some people that come in and they one-shot everything. Thank goodness I have loads of circuits and steel. First paint has been broken. She goes through it a lot, doesn't she? Yeah. I gotta make sure she's on. Alright. don't think we're gonna win this one. Lost another scavenger. Yeah, we're not even at. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, you know it'll be fine. There would be no chance at all if they didn't have these little turrets. That's why I've been keeping them going to give a little room for everyone here. All these flies and things going on. It's terrible. Yeah. That's letting you know that things are decaying. I probably should pick up some of this stuff before it goes away. Event completed? We actually won? I am shocked. I mean, like, seriously shocked. Let's see. I'm gonna take it all here. I'm be staggering around with all of this. Holy cow. That was just... Yep. It was definitely gruesome, but what I am is not overweight, because I remembered to do that. We have one survivor. I shouldn't laugh, it's terrible, but you know, a survivor is a survivor. I got a lot of things I can turn in too, so that's cool. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna simplify and head over to White Springs. Well, there's anything else is already there for them to grab. So I just grabbed my stuff and they've grabbed their stuff. Well, they're the fellow players who played the Rumble. I am just shocked and impressed that we won anything at all. So well done, everyone. Well done. We did, I got a treasury note and some other things. I didn't really see it because I was grabbing the other stuff. But I'm gonna put the treasury notes into my gold exchange and then put my legendary stuff into the legendary exchange and sell off everything else. I'm thrilled that that worked, actually. I'm still like, wow, that's just... Well, the level will show when it happens. You'll see a little perk card show up, and then there'll be arrows flying up in the air saying, you have leveled up! And then to see things, we'll look here. Well, yeah, so let's come over here. Ooh, I got 4 treasury notes out of that. That's nice. So 40 gold. And we actually got quite a bit of the legendary stuff here to turn in. Oh no, we're just letting it all go. There's Yeah, it's all been irradiated. We're letting all of this go. And not a single 3-star among them, so yeah. But how nice! I mean, you remember I was at 0 a couple days ago. Now I'm at 535, so I'm slowly coming up. Now I'm going to use these, so whenever I find something that I want to make a 3-star or whatever, I'll have to go exchange them. But we're going to let it roll for a while. There we go. Put this down, so I'm not threatening the poor little trade guy.
For the thrill and excitement of life in a post-apocalyptic.
Oh, I only have the sharpshooter assault rifle. So that means that every single weapon I picked up was legendary of some sort. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. I know. I think I'm still finding that amusing. Yeah. Alright, I think mostly what we got was junk, because we were dealing with a lot of ghouls, and the ghouls basically, they carry around things. So I have two choices. I can sell it here, or I can save it in my shard thing. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, believe it or not, I think I'm just going to go, I'm not going to sell it. I am going to go put it in my scrap box. And it's because I want to have room for if anyone wants to buy anything, they can. Let's see, I don't think I've been up here to see if they've got the signs back yet, so let's take a look. Sturdy combat legs, heavy combat torso, but no signs and letters. I'm trying to remember where I saw it last time. The signs and letters somewhere in White Springs, I thought, but at the same time, it shows up randomly, you know? So you kind of have to check them all. Oh, no signs.
Today's security status
No
is
signs and letters.
please take appropriate precautions.
I found a lot of the things that I've wanted, so I'm not complaining. I'm just noticing.
Supplements for every
Hi, Dr.
lifestyle.
Stanley. Well, that's nice to know it's here. You got any notes? Nope, just medicine? That's actually kind of cool to know. Responders vendor. Ooh, they have a lot of stuff here. They got excavator stuff. Ooh, look at all of that. Very expensive. Yeah, those are all mods for the excavator, so that's actually good to know. I do have an excavator on, but I've got it pretty well. Yeah, what I might get is, no, I've got the medic pump, I think. Well, no, these are the plans. What I might do, we're going to start with the excavator sensor array, and we'll start slowly getting all of these plans, and then I will have all sorts of options. You know what would be cool is if you could make armor and sell it, like, you know, that would be pretty amazing, actually.
Please do not interfere with resources.
Which I guess you can. I guess we could try it at some point and see. Alright, so let's carry on. What we could do is go back on the rail line real quick, because we're still technically walking that rail line. Oh, 296 plans. I'm going to this guy's camp real quick.
Sir,
Well, I got to make the yeah. Yes. Well, see, that's the thing. When you have a million players going on, it might be that to sign some letters because they can buy those. Unlike other things, that are sort of individual, they can buy those plans before you get to them. So if they're buying those plans, then it's somewhere. It's just not in your hot little hand. What an interesting setup. But you know where the shop is for sure. A baseball grenade. They're selling a lot of 3-star items here. The Furious Tesla rifle. That's the armor. Terminator, Hunter, Nocturnal, Trapper, Troubleshooter. Civil Engineer armor helmet. Yes, I will take that. Civil Engineer Under Armour. That's a higher level armor than I currently have. Which is why I am claiming that. Yep. The Halloween candy they're selling for too high for me to be willing to buy it, but that is a lot of Halloween candy. So I'm just saying. I have my mysterious candy, yes I do. Yeah. The Halloween candy is kind of specific to Halloween. Luca's explosive, alright. And then I know all the plans, so so I guess nothing new under there. Well, all the plans that they're offering. I would get the fusion cores, but last time I got it, I couldn't even run it on my machine, and it kept doing weird things. So I was gonna let that one go. And I'm gonna take a moment, and I am not following them. Nope. Nope. They're waving at me to follow them, and just know if someone waves at you to follow them, and they are a stranger to you. There are trap camps. And I recommend that don't. Is what I'm trying to say. No. It is better to fight this alpha growing mongrel than deal with trap camp when you haven't put away all your stuff. So only ever get your junk. But I don't like the experience of falling and dying for no reason. So trap camps are camps that are designed to cause other players problems. And yeah. We'll do our railroad. We had plans, yeah. I can go to the camp, yep. Let's do that. Let's set it up. Going to deploy 76, which is very close to Ash Camp. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll walk the line, and what we'll see is we cannot see our Ash Camp at the same time as our deploy. Sorry, I know I sounded scared, but I had a bad experience once with one guy waving at me that way. I followed him quite a distance and then learned the hard way. No, don't do that. No. We didn't exchange. And here's how I know. Okay, here's how I know. There were no other exchanges of icons. There was no waving. There was no check mark. There was no, you know what I mean? Oh, by the way, there's a blood eagle thing going on up there. Oh, and a super mutant. And a super mutant. So we probably won't be camping here anymore. Yeah, that's kind of my take, yeah. And you can see that my turrets are definitely helping. There we go, that was free armor. Let's see. Yep, there's a little camp up here, unfortunately for them. Oh no, I'm fine. Yeah. No, the Blood Eagles and the Super Mutants fight over this little camp. And I learned that the other night when I was trying to fix up the camp a little bit. And I was like, why am I still being shot at? But I put in better everything. You can see I've got this, put in some more machine gun turrets down there, and so it was a much more pleasant experience for me. The one thing I'm gonna do right now is remove like these little spiky things, because I want to be able to make sure that when I move the camp, it'll all move and not cost too much. So we're just gonna get rid of these extra little bits here. Okay, so X and scrap. X and scrap. X and scrap. X and scrap. Oh no, I think I got it already. I might not have, but I didn't see it to get. Alright. There we go. X and scrap. I wondered what happened to those. I had no idea that they'd come up here. X and scrap. X and scrap. Well, no, the little white posts there that I just removed, they weren't showing when I was first putting them down. And I was like, where are they going? I know it tells me it's putting it on. Apparently they were putting it up on top of the on top of that foundation there. Alright, so we're going to take a real quick stop at the railroad station to sell the stuff so we're not carrying it around. And then we'll continue on to Lewisburg here.
You again?
You know what we might do? Nobody stops here, really. Okay, but we're just doing a symbolic here. We'll put the assault rifle and the 5.56 round. And then there's at least a something in there. Trade. Now we're keeping the civil engineer under or helmet and under armor. So there's that. I'm gonna sell this. That's a lot of glowing blood that we got from the thing. We're gonna sell the M79 grenade launcher and the dog meat and the nuclear waste and the devil's barreled shotgun. And then I'm gonna take a moment, come over here. I'll put on the armor later, but this way I don't want to mistakenly. There's the helmet, and then there's the under armor. Oh, okay. Well, I don't need that helmet right now. That is actually a costume helmet, or, you know, kind of like my cowboy hat. Right, I do want to put that in. It was, yeah. Yep. Well, I can make them. When I can make them, I can sell them.
What do you
Yeah,
want
that's my perspective on that one. Alright, we had some spoiled food, so I'm going to drop those so we're not carrying it. Because every bit of weight matters when you're, you know, carrying things. We'll drink a little tea. And maybe have, oh, we're doing pretty well. Because we ate the gun, that's right. We ate the gun. Alright, we check the map, and I believe the map says we are going uphill. Now we're going to ignore this event, Fleischwater. I don't know what Fleischwater is, but I suspect it's an event along this railway. I guess we'll find out. Well, because we're walking the rail, you know. And we're going to walk past the fire that's here. There's no sense in getting ouchy just because it's got a hole in the ground. Nurse Payne is good to go, I believe. But let's make sure. Oh, Nurse Payne is not good to go. Now Nurse Payne is good to go. There are like 2 events. BattleBot. This is not one you can do on your own. You can fight the bots, okay, fairly easy once you hit a certain level. But you can't continue the event because you have to have 2 people to do the cards. No. Alright, I'm not here for this, but if you keep firing at me, I'm gonna fire back at you. It respawned me automatically. Oh look, help is on the way. And I am way up here. Where am I? The vertibird over there? That help right there, vertibird. Yeah. Yes. So, what I'm doing now is we're passing on the BattleBot. I mean, I can fight him, but I think we're just gonna move along here. What is going on over here? I had, we're exiting the BattleBot area, so they should not follow me anymore here. Yeah. Oh, that was not help. The vertibird is part of this event. Isn't it?
Those things are great for salvage, but you'll need to hit it hard and fast if you're gonna knock it down. The noise also tends to attract
Yeah, I don't know if we're participating in that either, but
Good luck. Try not to get killed.
someone else is shooting me. This is far more adventurous than I thought this rail walk would be. So let's destroy the vertibot. The thing is, I'm not chasing that thing all over. Well, when you leave events, it and the other I do the vertibot and I'll win this one for sure. There we go, poor thing. Fortunately, it is a bot. Woohoo! I am the winner. There we go. Got a few winnable items there. But here it is. You know, what's really sad is if I'd had my other house here, all my turrets would have helped with that little fight. But because oh goodness. We're gonna cheat. We're cheating. We're gonna be cheating cheaters here. Yep, I'm activating the camp. I'm being a cheating cheater. I guess it's not really a cheat, but you know, if you have advantages, use them. And that was a hometown advantage. Yes. I got stim packs and a couple of other items, yeah. Yes. Somebody had already claimed the chute over here. But that does fall under funny, you know. Alright, now we need to find the rail line again. So it's just down this way. Well, I had my other camp, the one that's always here, my Ashland camp, was always here. Yeah. And so I just turned it on and let them do the work for me. I mean, I helped a little, but mostly it was the turrets. I upgraded to, oh, we got some coming up here. There's the super mutants over here. Well, this is getting far more adventurous than our last line. Let's see if we can just walk past it. It's not that I'm not willing to fight them, it's just I don't feel like I should have to. There we go. Alright, now we can move on. Okay, let's take a look at the map. We are kind of in the middle on our way to Lewisburg. And now you see, though, why I said, let's stop here. Because it gets, the farther you go into the other side of the map, the more you encounter things. That's all mining area over there. And then there's the road going to somewhere. take that other mining stuff over there. There's just mining territory all around here in the Ashland. Yeah, that does sound like a miner. No, it's Scorch. It's one of those, I would have walked past you and left you alone. And the super mutants are following me? It's the Scorch's fault. They would have left me alone.
Wounded.
Like you wanted to give me your cat. A bit like the Japanese. Yeah. Not sure I got everything over here. Oh, nope, I did. Alright, remove that then. I feel like sometimes it's just a lesson in consequences of, you know, be careful who you're shooting at, as they might shoot back. Okay, so here's the railroad, and we are crossing over the road. The road goes, let's take a look at the map here. Okay, if you follow the road, this will take you to the Eagle Camp, and then on up to the Rusty Pick. And if you come up this way, it'll take you toward Nuka World on Tour and Lewisburg, and also Lewisburg Station. So we're just gonna, you can see Nuka World in the distance over there, and the station. Well, we've got the railroad check base here going on there, so I guess it's not the actual station yet. It's where they refill the water for the old steam trains and things like that. Oh, super mutants. Well, no, it's like it's like there's you know, the food hook going on here. So some of them are blood eagles. It's hard to tell because blood eagles also hunt food. They tend to hang out the food raw, whereas the super mutants hang them in like giant meat bags. So hard to tell. Definitely hear the Nuka World crowd talking here. Now, this is another one where we're not going to go in. There are things you can buy here that are kind of fun. And you can participate in events here, like the Tunnel of Love and the Wild West show, but we're not actually here for that, so. Let's see. This is dangerous. Why still do this? Oh, someone was writing messages up on this wall. What does Gunther do? Well, I don't know who's doing the writing. Say no to war. That sounds very much like a super mutant who has decided to go the pacifist way. Well, yeah, you know, no attacking unless I have to. Right. Thank you for the Radix. But definitely no player versus player. You know, that's just not my gig. Looks like that also used to be like it's got a Ferris wheel and different kind of playground kind of things going on over there. Oh, you can go into these houses in these towns. It's just Lewisburg, I believe, is kind of filled up with, I think ghouls here. I think it is a station, and I'm really glad to see it. All right, let us sell what we gathered.
Authorized to trade supplies and equipment.
Got a combat shotgun. All of this in this short amount of time while we're walking the rail line. Just while we've been walking.
Be sure to stock up while you can.
I have just about made up all the money that I spent on things. I could get a flannel shirt and jeans for 40. You know, I might like it. Let's grab it.
Here,
I'm
citizen.
currently wearing, I haven't showed you what I'm wearing for the day, have I? Alright, so what I have been wearing for today is the bathrobe and my nifty backpack here. My new backpack, yeah. My Vault 33 backpack, yep. And then there's my little not flip-flop, but slippers and bathrobe. Let's put on the jeans and flannel shirt that we just got, yep. Oh, that's interesting. You could put the bathrobe over the flannel shirt and jeans? Well, oh, that's because they're considered an Under Armour. Well, how cool is that? It does look nice. We'll leave it on for a little bit. We're wearing the armor anyway. You know, our armor. Okay, so let me turn that off there. I don't think I really have anything to, oh, I probably have plenty to deliver. Just a second, please hold. Yeah, I look like I could probably use a stim pack here. Let's get that going. You'd have many encounters. Alright, now, we're at Lewisburg. Let's take a quick look. We'll go ahead and go to Big Bend West. I'm not going to try to go farther than Big Bend West. But that way we'll have completed the line. Okay. Yeah, we're right on the track here. We're right on the track now. Sometimes I can, but sometimes, oh. Well, I think that it's better not, but sometimes my power armor has so much leaf in it. In other words, not a lot of it. It says block the bot. It's part. Remember that they were having big old strikes around here because the company decided they were going to use robots. Oh dear. Now I would have left you all alone. You know that, right? This railroad is not yours. It's everybody's. Ah, I see why they were being fussy. That's what we found. Found us a power armor. Just a second. Now, I'm not going to leave this on, but I think I am going to take a moment. We're just going to go ahead and claim it all because we can sell stuff. It'll just be easier to carry on. Yeah, if I'm in the power armor, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a little bit higher in power than even Digger. But I have a T60 that that's what Do-Right is T60. But by doing it this way, I can claim the whole armor for myself. And then I can carry it around, because it's only 10 pounds, until I'm ready to sell the stuff. If I decide to sell it, right? And it's nice to have like some power armor skeletal stuff, just so you can store bits and pieces of armor you want to keep in a way that doesn't take up all your scrap, or not your scrap, but all your stats box stuff. Oh, here's Blue Ridge. I haven't been here in a long time. But this is actually, it's not really a settlement. They are a kind of a mercenary, I guess, sort of semi-settlement, but unit. Okay? And what they do is they hire people to guard things, and or help with trouble spots.
I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
But they do consider themselves, and they should consider themselves, part of the settlement community. They're just, you know...
Too busy. Maybe later?
This place has a lot of potential.
No, not really. They're settlements, so unless it's something I just really gotta have, I don't take it. Now, I don't want to get started on a quest, so I'm not actually trying to talk to people. I'm just sort of showing what's going on here. There's a tinker bench. Oh, that's good to see.
Clean up this, fix that. Never seen it end.
Alright. So that is, we're at the end of the line here. Unless you go into the cave and follow the trail there. And I guess what we could do is do that tomorrow and see where it goes. But I was actually going to pick up from RNG station and walk us through to Watoga station here.
Great. Now it's gonna be pouring down rain.
So that is the end of the rail line there. Activate camp. And actually, while I'm on the screen, let's take a look at what we're doing on the week or the daily challenges here. Oh, I've done a whole lot of nothing. Build anything in a shelter 10 times. Collect a lighter, cigarette, or cigar 5 times. Drink Nuka-Cola Orange 2 times. Kill animals with a pipe gun. No. Kill a Yao-Guai, maybe. I've collected 4 out of 5 garden gnomes. And drunk 1 Nuka grape. It says to build something in the shelter 10 times. So I'm gonna do a thing, and I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try it. So we're in a shelter, and I'm just gonna put down the chessboard. And get it out. I'm gonna take a moment and look at the scoreboard and see if that counts. Build did not count. It wants it to be a thing that you've actually built. Pulling something from storage does not count as building. Alright, so we'll just scrap the chessboard. And we're going to find something new to build. Something small, and I don't care if I keep it. Okay. We have to build something 10 times. Yes. Yep, I'm putting some floor decor. There it is. Now we're obviously not keeping all of these here. Yeah, trying to get that scoreboard. If it was easy enough, doesn't harm anything, you know what I mean? And easy to count if you need to. There you go. Awesome. All right. It helps my score. That so if I come in here under not that. If I come in here under the map and I go to the menu. And I go to seasons. Now I have, for the most part, I've claimed almost all the rewards. And we are now in the bonus section. So let me get there. And the thing that I want in the bonus section is the Pine Barrens cabin kit. Now I already have a cabin kit, but the difference between the Pine Barrens cabin kit and my cabin kit is it has a window. So I want the windows. I also am interested in getting the chemical color mod for the cremator and the road signs here. So, you know, these are just things I'm interested in getting. Actually, all of the above. But as you can see, they are very pricey. Now, the season, I've actually gone really fast through the season. So these bonuses, I have plenty of time to get them. Because the season is going to go on for a little while. And then I can start ranking up on these things and start getting some, you know, cool basic kind of things, like the 25 perk coins here, that sort of thing. But first things first, you gotta get these. So, yeah. So, all right, I think we've done enough for right now. We've certainly had a far more adventure than I thought we were going to have, but I think we did really well with it. So, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the night.